family where Mahatma Gandhi stayed with her grandfather in Tirupur, and her mother gave all the jewels for the freedom struggle without consulting even her parents. But I am sure none of you would have heard her telling this to anybody. Even I mentioned only after she left the body. Someone. And not only we celebrate her life, also do it as thanksgiving to the Divine and to my parents for giving me a life partner like her. We have been trying to do what was dear to her, that is, helping, healing to the extent possible. Dr. Ketan Shah is here. He used to come home earlier also. He said on 2nd of every month, he said, I will come and do the healing to as many as possible on the 3rd. First, in our memory, he has been doing it. There are occasions when I have not been there, but he goes around the world, but he will be in Delhi on 2nd of every month. Such a commitment. And he says his own ability to diagnose and healing also has improved a lot. In a day, he deals with about 150 people. And many of them, we have instantaneous relief and touch his feet. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is no more mourning. It is only a celebration, my thanksgiving to the Divine, to my parents for giving me an angel as my life partner. And as Dr. Abdul Kalam said, why not be happy that you are being given that privilege? I am fully doing that. Sometimes, very rarely, I get depressed, but then I get over it because I have got 3 lovely grandchildren. They give me a lot of peace. And she is, I am not ashamed of telling you, I worship her every day. She worshipped me when she was there. She is in our prayer room, we worship her. She guides me, she gives me energy. I am not a scholar. I have no power. I am not rich. But I am constantly wanted everywhere. Because she keeps it happening, because I should be kept busy all the time. That's my total faith. Now, let me first, there are 2 great personalities whom I come across today. Because unless I believe them, I won't take the trouble of requesting you coming and spending time with them. And please keep all your doubts and all that aside. Keep an open mind and listen to these people. First is, of course, my young friend, Aman Rahman.
First of all, very good evening to everyone. Respected sir, people and my dear friends. I am Master Aman Rahman. I would like to give you my intro. I am Master Aman Rahman, D Honours from Dehradun. At present, my age is 12 years old. My last 9 years have changed me from small 3 years old boy to the world youngest animator and lecturer and youngest to get doctorate. My name has also been referred for Guinness Book of World Records under Youngest Achiever category. I was lucky enough to get published in international books such as Ripley's Believe It or Not, Boys Who Rock the World and many more. Through my work, I got privileged to meet many honors like our ex-president Shrimati Pratibha Devi Singh Patel, our one more ex-president Abdul Kalam ji, Shrimati Sonia Gandhi ji, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, Mr. Sachin Tendulkar, S.Y. Qureshi sir, Azruddin sir, Bhuman Irani sir, Ashish Rawat sir, and many more. So there was my motive that if I made an animation for a social project, so everyone will get attracted to and get aware of it. So I made projects like project on TB, project on voting, the river Ganga, water conservation, environment, deforestation, black hole, water cycle. have written a small poem because my exams was going on, so I didn't got the time to write a good poem, but I written a small poem. Hope you will like it. It goes like this. हे मनुष्य तू ना कर इतना अभिमान, ये पर्यावरण है तेरे लिए वरदान, देंगे तुझे वो सारी चीज़ें न मूल्य जिनका ख्याल तुझे, एक दिन तू पछताएगा जब नहीं कुछ धरती पे पाएगा, है अभी समय तू दृष्टि खोल, पर्यावरण के लिए कुछ तो बोल, बना ले तू अपना नारा, बचाना है पर्यावरण हमारा.
Dr. Chandrasekhar he has introduced a subject, a method of healing called psychoneurobics. He is an ex-Air Force officer. He suffered from cancer, hepatitis C, and he suffered a lot. He will show you the pictures later on. And this is out of his own intuition, you can say. He came across this neurobics, psychoneurobics. After practicing that, he not only got totally healed, he almost, regained his youth.
So today I'll be talking about discover the healer within. Everybody is a healer in himself. How you can discover it? You can see this was the copy of the telegram sent by Indian Air Force to my family, stating that I was admitted in dangerously ill list, and this was the photograph of mine when I was going under treatment of the cancer and hepatitis C, and now you can see the difference. So this all happened by God's grace. In the hospital, when I was there in the hospital, I just had the vision of divine. I could feel his energy pouring on me, and I went into the trance. I heard the voice of the divine telling me that nothing will happen to you, your life is most important. I couldn't believe it first time. So again it happened when I was awake, and third time happened when I was just got up in the morning. So consecutive 3 times the divine vision boosted my confidence, removed the fear from my mind, and I could feel that the medicine started working miraculously after the vision, because the fact is that the fear was in the mind due to the cancer that got away by the God's assurance. So after that, when I used to meditate, I used to go in the trance and I used to interact with the divine. I used to get the message of divine in the trance, and how my time passed in the hospital I never came to know. But the healing started, and the new science known psychoneurobics came into effect. So I asked 3 questions to the divine. Why cancer happened to me? The second question I asked, why people fall sick? And the third question I asked, what is the secret of health and happiness? These are the 3 basic questions I asked to the divine, and I got the answer. And I just designed a slogan that today visible doctor treats the body with the medicine, and I say the treat is just a treat to the diseases. You offer the treat to the diseases with various medicines, and diseases become happy and become your friends, and they say we'll stay together because you are offering the treat with the medicines. There is another doctor inside who runs the factory of all drugs required for the body. All the pharmaceuticals, medicines are produced inside the body, like insulin produced by pancreas, all digestive enzymes produced by liver. So automatically all hormones, all medicines are produced by inner doctor. And when inner doctor stops producing that medicine and hormones, then we resort to the outsourcing and we purchase the medicine. So we have to awaken the doctor who is producing everything inside us. And The third one is the Supreme Doctor who is showering his blessings and curing us. That is why the Supreme Doctor is also known as Baidyanath. And that is why the medical doctors say, we treat, he cures, because there is 3 steps. One is treatment, one is healing, another is cure. So we solely depend on the treatment. We think that doctor will heal and cure. No, it's not going to happen, because doctor reminds you at the first itself that we treat, he cures. But we never think, we run after doctor and keep telling, cure me, and when medicine does not work, the patient changes the doctor changes the medicine, and there is no way out. And after going through all medication process, through different therapies, ultimately patient goes to the God and say, oh God, now you heal me and cure me. Then the God say, don't the doctor reminded you that I cure, they just treat. You never paid heed to that statement of the doctor. So now there is no time to heal and cure, but I will carry you with me and give a good place in the heaven. So that is the result of solely depending on the treatment. So who is he? Definitely the God. The God is only one, and for everyone only one God. He is incorporeal, he is universal. When I asked God, why cancer happened to me, he told me that I did not take current from him. I asked, what current? Then he told, you see, the current is coming from the God, and that current is known as healing current. That is why I named the book The Healing Current, or DVD also The Healing Current. That healing current comes from the God to the soul. So God is just like a generator of that current. Soul is the powerhouse who stores that current, and that current is further released by the soul to the mind, and mind further pass on that current to the brain. Like the electricity comes and passes into wiring, same way the God had designed the wiring pattern in the body, which starts from the brain, and through brain the spinal cord is the main wire carrying the current and carrying to the body parts. So this is the flow of the healing current from the God. But what prevents the healing current to heal the body? That's the mind. You can see here is the mind. Mind connects soul and the brain. When the mind releases the energy here itself, uses that energy in the waste and negative pattern of thoughts, then very low amount of current enters into brain and the body, and that is why body is not healed. You can see the healing current is also known as a spiritual energy. That is why the self is known as a spiritual energy in light form. We are all self, and that energy is inside the brain in the hypothalamus, and through the hypothalamus, the brain, there are several cranial nerves carrying that current. So you can see this is the wiring pattern of the body, and from the brain the wiring goes, and you can see there is a spinal cord, and through the spinal cords all nerves carrying the current to the different organs of the body. When our organs do not receive current from the brain sufficient, they suffer. For example, pancreas produces insulin, but it produces insulin when it has sufficient current. Pancreas is known as Agnashaya, the house of fire. That is the fire. That fire is known as healing energy, the spiritual energy. But when there is no sufficient fire in the pancreas unable to produce insulin, then you outsource the insulin and in the form of injection and the medicines. So the root cause of diseases is lack of energy, lack of spiritual energy, lack of healing current coming to that part of the organ. What is pain? Suppose your knee is not having sufficient current, because our weight is borne by the two pillars, the legs. Legs are two pillars of this body, and knees is having more role to bear the weight of the body. When there is no sufficient energy in the knees send the demand through the neurotransmitter to the brain and ask the energy, and that is a cry. Suppose you are inside a room, locked inside a room, and that energy goes off, electricity goes off. What you will do? You will cry. Same way, your knees cries, and that cry is known as a pain. And you don't pay heed to that cry or the pain. You just swallow the painkiller. The painkiller stops the neurotransmitters to send the energy into the brain, and you think that the pain is relieved, but the pain is not relieved. Again, when the effect of medicine goes off, again you start getting pain. So if you keep ignoring pain continuously, the knee will become ineffective because of lack of the current. Then when you go to the doctor will say your knee has to be replaced because it has no power. It's not now working. Same way it's happened with the kidney. Kidney also stops working because of lack of current. So we only solely depend on the treatment, but the treatment, beyond treatment, there is a step called healing, the self-healing, sending the energy. God is giving you the energy, but you are stopping that energy to flow freely inside your body. For example, I just give